Hi, my name is Casey and I'm your IVF bestie. Yesterday I posted my first video really talking about the fact that I need to undergo IVF, and I think it didn't shock everyone. I'm not like oh my God, like it's not shocking. But it was the first time I really publicized the reason why I haven't had a child yet. So basically, without further ado, my tubes don't work. We'll dive into detail about this. We'll talk about it more. I've decided to vlog this journey because I realize it's my life and it is interesting. Entertaining, maybe, but interesting, yes, for sure. And it's something that a lot of women experience, or not even women, a lot of people are experiencing this and might not want to talk about it, might have fear around talking about it. I didn't talk about it up until yesterday, July 1st, 2025. So I feel like it's important to have a space where now this might really not influence other people to share their journey, but make them feel comfortable about sharing their experiences, because this is something that people face and it's something that a lot of people don't want to talk about. It can be taboo, it can be a little uncomfortable, it can be discomfort around this topic of IVF and infertility, but hey, it's what I'm dealing with. It's what a lot of us are dealing with. I wanted to create this video because I think there are the questions of why can't some women have kids naturally? And I thought I could have kids naturally, because why wouldn't I think that? To put it into even more perspective, I've had a cycle like clockwork since I was 12 years old. I am 33. Period was clockwork. I was protected when before I was married. So it's there's confusion around it. Never had PCOS, never had endometriosis, never had any type of indicator that will let me know otherwise. That would tell me that I wouldn't be able to just conceive naturally. So my husband and I got married in August 2023. My mom years ago got pregnant in August, had me in May. Then my aunt back in the day got pregnant in August, had me in May. I had a best friend get married in August 2019, had a baby in May. Another best friend got married in August 2020, had a baby May 2021. So then I'm getting married in August. Naturally, I'm oh, I'm gonna have a baby in May. This has been almost the natural cycle of things that I've seen. August, May. It seemed to be the pattern. So I was okay, cool. We're gonna have our baby in May. We were so focused on this fact and the idea that you have your wedding, and then at your wedding, you do it, you consummate the marriage, and then bam, 9 months later, a baby pops out. This was so ingrained in my mind that I was really no, I'm not getting off of birth control until I know we're ready to have a baby. Because my husband's well, get off of it, and so your body can get off of the hormones, let it out your body so we can conceive. And I was there's an open bar at the wedding. So I'm not gonna even risk it, because if we're paying for an open bar, I'm drinking lemon drops until I drop. I'm not gonna be at a bachelorette party pregnant and not able to drink, you feel me? So I stayed on birth control until July. I was cause if something happens, I won't even know, I can still enjoy this party. This is how for sure and certain I was that I was just gonna be pregnant. I was I'm not gonna even risk being off of any type of, or risk being pregnant, because I know that one, my bachelorette party is about to be lit, and two, I know my wedding is about to be lit. So I wasn't risking the chance or at all of being pregnant at these major events in my life. Fast forward to the wedding, we get married, go to our honeymoon. In September, I'm oh, it's the first time, it's not a big deal. October, I'm well, it's only 2 months. Of course you can't get pregnant that fast. November, I'm oh, it should happen soon. December, I'm uh-oh. January, February, March, April, May, June. I'm this it's been a little bit, but I'm you know what? We're not doing it in the right times. There's truly a calendar to this. Here I'm hey, are you able to report for duty at fucking 5 p.m. on Friday night? we were planning it because it's like there's a certain window, there's a certain time. There's only like honestly 3 days in a month. If no one knew this, and again, maybe I was just a little naive and maybe this is common knowledge. But for those of you who are maybe a little more naive like me, there's like 3 days in the month we can kind of get pregnant. Like it really is like a very limited window. So at this point, we're a year into our marriage and I'm like, it's time to call in the big guns. So I emailed my doctor, just kind of background, been trying for a year, birth control 12 years. I'm 33, my husband's 35. So they're like, yeah, you should probably come in for blood work. Blood work is all fine. Egg count is great. Uterus is fine. So the next test you have to do is something called an HSG. For those of you who have never heard of an HSG, I hope it stays that way for you. For those of you who've heard of an HSG and had to undergo an HSG, I'm sending you my hug. They're going to push a saline through your fallopian tubes to see how well your tubes push into your uterus. They say it should be like a pinch, a little cramping. Okay, I can handle cramping for a minute. At this point, there's silent tears just like falling into my hairline. And I'm like, oh no, we can cancel this HSG and we can cancel any future appointments because I'm not having a baby. Because I know labor is harder than this. And if this hurts this badly, I'm good. Tie it up, wrap it in a bow. We don't have to do this anymore because this pain hurts a lot. And I know I can guarantee labor is worse than this and I'm good. HSG appointment reveals that my fallopian tubes are damaged. So in October 2024, we have the conversation with our doctor that our only option would be IVF, in vitro fertilization. The doctor reveals that SB 729 had been passed in September 2024, so just last year, and it was going to go into effect this year, July 1st, 2025. And SB 729 basically mandates all insurance companies to cover the cost of IVF. So we're like, oh, great. Like, it's October 2024. We have to just wait until July 1st, 2025, and then we're going to be able to do this thing. Great. We have our appointment on July 1st, and it is revealed to us during that appointment on July 1st that the bill, SB 729, had been delayed until January 2026. Boom, another slap in the face. My insurance begins in July. So then if my insurance begins in July, I think my coverage for SB 729 would be July 2026. So that pushes back a whole year again. I say all of that to share the fact that this is what people are experiencing. And I posted a video yesterday just kind of talking about this, and it got a lot of traction. And I realized that, one, a lot of people are facing fertility issues, and two, a lot of people were relying on that bill to be able to help financially. I want to create a space, and hopefully I am doing that, for people to want to talk about their story and share their experiences, because I realized people didn't realize that's why I hadn't had children, because it's not something I talked about. And then talking about it though, I realized a lot of people are facing these issues and are frustrated by the bill. A lot of people were waiting until July 2025 to finally start their families, and now just kidding, wait until January 2026. I want to share my experience. I want to share my story because it's one that can resonate with a lot of people, and it's something that is more relatable than I think a lot of us realize. Talking about it is healing. It's nice to know okay, I'm not alone. Other people are experiencing this. We're all mad. We're all frustrated. And a lot of us want to be moms, parents. We want to start families. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope that my story might, allow you to share yours, even if it's just in the comments, even if it's just sharing this video with someone who might be experiencing the same things. Like I said, I'll be sharing my entire process because it is going to be a journey. Right now, we're still what do we do next? So I'm going to be sharing on our next steps and what we're deciding. So hopefully you stick around. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like and subscribe below, and make sure to follow me on all my socials. Like I said, I'm Casey, your IVF bestie. Peace.